is a former ABC News anchor who's been everywhere, from war zones to the jungles of the Amazon. But it was a panic attack on TV that led him to meditation. So now he's here with tips to help you navigate life. Please welcome the author of the New York Times bestseller, 10% Happier, Dan Harris. Dan, you know, even...
You made it sound like I'm going to teach you how to get a panic attack.
No, literally, the agita in my stomach as I'm even reading this, because when you're doing live and you have to be on the air and you have to talk and you get a panic attack, that's the worst thing that can happen to you. You had it live, like this is we're live right now.
Yeah.
You had it live.
You're trying to freak me out?
I'm not trying to give you another one, no. I want to see if this book really worked. But you had a panic attack live in 2004. What was that moment like?
It was awful. I was anchoring Good Morning America, and I had like 6 or 7 stories that I needed to read off of the teleprompter.
Right.
I'm looking at a camera right now, but you see words flowing by you, and I'm supposed to be reading these words flowing up in front of me, and I lost the ability to breathe, which is really inconvenient if you're trying to anchor the news.
Yeah.
And my heart started racing, my palms started sweating, my mouth dried up, and I just couldn't continue to talk. So I had to do something I'd never done before, which is I quit in the middle and I tossed it back to the main hosts of the show, who at that time were Diane Sawyer and Charlie Gibson.
Right.
And it was really embarrassing and scary.
Oh my gosh. Now, you say that meditation had saved you. Like, that's foreign to me, because and you were even skeptical about the meditation.
Yes,
so now you realize that meditation works?
I do. I was very skeptical. I was raised by hippies in the People's Republic of Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I was not interested in anything that had anything to do with faith or spirituality.
Yeah.
I sometimes joke that I did have a bar mitzvah, but only for the money. So
that was it.
I was not...
Good dancing at bar mitzvahs, though.
Oh, not at my bar. I want to be clear about that. So I was not interested in meditation at all.
Yeah.
But I was, I had a life of anxiety and depression my whole life. And so when I started to see the data that showed that meditation can lower your blood pressure, boost your immune system, and literally rewire key parts of your brain that are associated with focus, with stress, with self-awareness.
Right.
And also that meditation is really good for anxiety and depression, that's when I started to do it.
So, I mean, it's so funny you're attributing so much to meditation. I don't know how to, like, I've tried it. My brain goes every which way but what I'm supposed to be meditating on. I don't do the I can't cross my legs and keep them crossed. It's so much going on. So you share tips on how you even start.
Well, okay, so first of all, let me just say, when I hear what you just said, you are my person. This is the type of person I want to reach, because meditation is, I guarantee you, doable even for you.
Really?
People assume, because their minds are all over the place, that they can't meditate. Right.
Yeah.
So that is a misunderstanding about what meditation is. Meditation does not require you to clear your mind. As I like to joke, that is impossible unless you're enlightened or you have died.
Okay, that's it.
The whole point.
Otherwise, your mind is not clear.
Exactly. The mind naturally races and thinks, and that's totally fine. The whole goal in meditation is to pick something to focus on. Usually it's the feeling of your breath coming in and going out, or it can just be your body sitting in a chair. Okay. And then every time you get distracted, you start again and again.
So you just keep going back. Because I keep going, I got to pay my bills, and I try to go back to it, and then I go, oh, what is Jeffrey doing? So it's just keep coming back.
Yes.
To
and that is like a bicep curl for your brain. And that is the mechanism by which the brain changes. So when you notice yourself getting distracted, good. That is proof that you're doing it right. You've been telling yourself a story that the distraction means you're failing, but that's not true. You are doing it correctly.
Okay, now, I know, reading the book, your 9-year-old also meditates. Like, he was leading high school students into meditation. I can't even pray with Jeffrey before he's like, are we done yet? Like, how do we get our kids to calm down, especially with what they're facing nowadays?
I want to be clear. My son has no respect for me whatsoever. We were swimming last summer, and he was riding on my back, and he was just, the whole time, he was like, Daddy, I'm looking right into your bald spot. Okay, so that's how he talks to me.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, it's not like he idolizes me and I tried to get him to meditate and he did it. It's that I take him with me when I travel. I give a lot of speeches.
Yeah.
And so usually he doesn't listen to me because he's on his iPad or whatever, but sometimes he hears a little bit of the speech. And then I heard from the principal at his school that he'd been teaching the kids at the school how to meditate. And I had never taught him how to do it.
Okay, so like meditation for parents. That's what I want to know when you say just focus. Like most parents got kids and they're screaming. So picture this, like you're trying to meditate, you're trying to get your work done, and your kids are calling your name over and over again. Like, give me some. And I'm like I want to go. Shut up, calling my name. Like, how the heck do you? How do you focus?
I can help you with this.
Stop! Like, do you tell me how to focus when this is going on?
This is not a moment for meditation. This is a moment for something else.
Okay, y'all gotta turn that off. I can't even think straight. I can't even think. So most of us are going through this with the kids, and usually people have more than one child, so it's a lot of. So how do you focus?
Okay,
you give me some tips.
I mean, first of all, I know what it's like. I have a kid. We have a million pets, and I get it.
Yes.
However, in a moment like that, I wouldn't try to meditate. However,
that's when I need to meditate.
Right. That's when you call the adoption agency. See if you can...
Come get my job.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, so really, there's something else that you can do in these moments.
What?
Because you often in these moments, you're noticing that you're having homicidal thoughts or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Right? So you want to talk yourself down, and this is doable. There's a 3-step process developed by a psychologist named Dr. Kristen Neff.
Okay.
And the first step is to notice that what is happening right now is hard.
Okay.
Just to say to yourself, Sherri, this sucks.
Okay, this sucks.
Yes.
I'm hating life right now. Okay, that's okay.
Step 2 is just to notice this is not uncommon. Millions of other people are dealing with this right now. This is a common situation. You're not alone.
Okay, I'm not alone.
Step 3 is the most important. In that moment, just talk to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend. We are very good at giving advice to other people. We're not very good at taking our own advice. But the science shows that if you talk to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend, and you could supercharge this by putting your hand on your heart.
Oh, so with my hand on my heart?
Yes. This will calm you down.
Okay.
And then you can calmly call the adoption agency.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you came. I love these tips. I want to say thank you so much for being here. My hand is on my heart. For info on his book and podcast, 10% Happier, go to SherriShowTV.com. I'm calming down.
We're gonna have a good time.